in-depth look at the forecast and what's going on right now. Let me go ahead and get to it right now. And things are kind of winding down, and we want to get to the lower chances coming up as we head through the next few days. Let me get to radar first. As you can see, nothing up in the lakes area. So the showers and storms, the very heavy rainfall that we saw over the area, those cells are trying to work to where they can find instability. So they're moving away from areas that have been worked over with lower instability over Hardin, northern Jefferson, and Orange counties. Those are areas that have lower amounts of instability. So they're working towards the coast where there has not been any shower or thunderstorm activity this afternoon. Same thing with over towards Livingston. This activity will move to where the sun has warmed and destabilized the atmosphere. Same thing over towards Houston. Those cells are moving to where there is greater instability. Notice how this outflow and also the instability is greater over this way. So that is why those storms are moving that way, away from our area. So these cells that are over our area now will be continue to work towards the coastline, and gradually the range will continue to end over Beaumont and really the Triangle and inland southeast Texas. So we're in a much improved situation compared to earlier this afternoon. As you can see, rain coming back in towards Port Arthur from the southwest. It's probably the heaviest rainfall over the area right now. Until 6:45, these flash flood warnings will be in effect for Port Arthur, Mid-County, extending up into Beaumont, Vidor, Rose City, Meeker, and to near China. As you can see, just moderate rains occurring from Orange back over to southern Jasper, southern Newton counties, and drips over towards, Lumberton at this time. So the activity heaviest over towards Port Acres and into Port Arthur, back over along 73 and towards Winnie and Anahuac at this time. So this is what we're looking at now. So I don't think the rains that we're going to see now or in the next hour or so will aggravate the flooding or the flash flooding in through these warned areas at this point. But Lumberton and back over towards Hardin County, much improved compared to where we were just a couple of hours ago. And not too much fell up in the lakes area. But as you can see, the heaviest rainfall is anywhere between, let's see, about 2-inch per hour rainfall rates over towards Port Acres, Taylor Landing, heading towards Port Arthur. This is moving off towards the east at this present time. And again, some totals of, let's see, this is radar estimated, 4 inches there up into just west of Honey Island, and just west of Beaumont. I think we're going to get a 4-inch total there. 5 inches. I'm not surprised. We've had some people, viewers actually let us know that they have picked up close to 7 inches this afternoon in that stripe right there between Beaumont and along over towards Meeker. Yeah, between 4 to 5 inches fell. Mid-County over towards Port Neches, I know they got at least 3, maybe 4 inches. And near Groves, right around, let's see, 2.8 inches of rainfall. But again, this is in the stripe of the heaviest rainfall. Some parts of the lakes area didn't get anything this afternoon. So let's go ahead and take and show you some of the video that was a very busy afternoon across southeast Texas, as this is right outside our station. Now, this is not terribly deep water, but as you can see, he was stranded out. He drove his vehicle, and the vehicle is obviously damaged now because he didn't turn around, and that's a shame because of the flooding there, the Hollywood underpass there in Beaumont. Otherwise, he does get rescued. He gets pulled off by that 18-wheeler. But again, this is examples of what you're not supposed to do during a flooding. See, he gets pulled off of there. Obviously, I don't think it's that deep, but he gets pulled off by this 18-wheeler driver. But anyway, say that again. Okay. These folks will roll away, and there you go. You can see him. He got rescued, so he didn't have to go through the high water. But obviously, it got deeper around that turnaround there at the Hollywood underpass. Otherwise, folks, this is not something you should do. You should turn around. Do you want to risk damaging your vehicle? It's a shame. That's going to cost thousands of dollars. This is what you're not supposed to do. As you can see, again, this is when the heaviest rains were occurring. There's that flooded van there, and those trucks going under the underpass. Maybe you could make it. Then again, why risk it? Those are some $60,000, $70,000 pickup trucks. We'll probably make it, but then again, do you want to risk it? Otherwise, the rains did let up, as you can see this afternoon and evening, and that has certainly moved on off towards the north and east. But there was lots of lightning with these cells, quite a bit of instability, and it did set off some fires and cause power outages. There was a tank fire in Port Arthur that was struck by lightning, and that caused, there you go, some pretty impressive flames there. And this was in Port Arthur, black smoke, and this occurred this afternoon as say that again, Amlon Golden Triangle facility in Port Arthur is what I'm being told in my ear. Thick black smoke coming from that, emanating from that storage tank there in Port Arthur. And also because of all the lightning, we have had numerous power outages. I believe there was at one time 4,400 power outages in Jefferson County alone, as we continue to see, there you go, continue to see and hear the thunder in the background here across southeast Texas. But we do think that as we go through the next hour or so, things will be rapidly improving. They are already rapidly improving, but the lightning threat will be decreasing across our area. Otherwise, as we take a look at the bigger, wider picture, why is this occurring? Well, there is a trough of low pressure. Look at all the lack of cloud cover and also shower and thunderstorm activity out in West Texas. That's higher pressure out there. But what we're seeing is a trough of low pressure along the Texas coastline. So what's happening is that the atmosphere doesn't take much to destabilize because of this weakness in the upper levels of the atmosphere. There's no cap in the atmosphere because of the instability. There's cooler temperatures at around 10,000 feet. So when you heat up the atmosphere at the surface at 88, 87, it doesn't take much for things to become unstable. And that's why you watch and look for these troughs of low pressure. You also want to follow where the highs are, obvious reasons, as we head into hurricane season. I'll show you that in just a minute. At 7 p.m., we're just 23 minutes away from that, modeling doing a fantastic job of depicting what is occurring. And again, look how it just falls apart between now and 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this evening. Skies could become partly cloudy overnight, and it looks like temperatures will fall into the lower 70s across the board. Now tomorrow, because the trough is still going to be close to our area, but it's going to be weakening and moving off to the east, we should have scattered to possibly numerous showers and storms over the area once again. I think the best coverage will be north of the triangle in through Hardin, southern Jasper, southern Newton County. So this area right here is where we're going to go with the highest rain chances, and mainly north of the triangle and south of the lakes area, because once we hit that convective temperature of about 87, 88 degrees, then storms will pop again tomorrow afternoon. Could be still some heavy rainfall as the winds don't look really strong aloft, so they may be slow movers once again. So we'll go with our best chances of rain and thunderstorm activity, as I showed, just north of the triangle. There's that trough of low pressure. Notice the high over towards West Texas, and that is what is causing all that sunshine out there. This is the trough. This is what is causing the shower and thunderstorm activity over our area this afternoon. Let me see if we have any comments, and let's see on our text line. Yes, what area got the most rain? We'll get to that in just a second. Looks like over towards Beaumont and also to China, and also up towards North Hardin County. So this trough of low pressure is going to weaken and move off towards the east. We'll be watching lower chances develop. High pressure off towards West Texas will then move off towards the north and into the mid-Atlantic. So this is not one of my favorite places for the high to be during hurricane season. But the good news is that we don't have anything on, and we're not expecting anything on the playing field over the next 10 plus days, maybe 2 weeks. We don't see anything on the horizon. But this is not a good place for the high to be, so we're hoping that the high comes back and shifts back over towards maybe the Central Plains or Texas, because if there does anything, and it would then certainly be a Texas storm because that's where it's going to go. But right now we're in good shape. But what is going to happen is that with that high being over the mid-Atlantic, the flow around it would bring moisture, and that would likely increase our rain chances across our area, increasing them by, say, Sunday and into Monday of next week. So that's what we're looking at. Lower rain chances as we head towards the remainder of this week, and then they'll ramp back up as we head towards Sunday and Monday. In the tropics, nada. We like it that way. And I just got through looking at ensemble modeling, and I don't see anything for the next 14, 15 days. So good news there. That would put us into July, because we're at the 16th now. Yeah, that would bring us into the first couple days of July. Now, obviously, in the Pacific, it's going to be active, but we don't really care about the Pacific unless storms come up in towards the Gulf of California. Some of that moisture could come in our way and increase our rain chance, but certainly no problems from a Pacific storm creating winds. But right now, we focus on the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico because it's just too early for something in the far Atlantic to affect us at this time. So we'll go with the next 7 to 10 days, and it's more likely probably going to be 2 weeks that we don't see anything on the horizon, because ensemble modeling shows absolutely nothing over the next 2 weeks. So that's some great news. Otherwise, on the Gulf of Mexico, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet in your coastal marine forecast. We'll see south winds at 10 to 15. So this evening, things are ramping down, and it does look like we'll go with a 60% coverage of rain this evening in inland southeast Texas, a 70% coverage of showers, maybe a few storms here in the Triangle through about, say, 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Then tomorrow, again, the best chances of seeing shower and thunderstorm activity across our area will be in Hardin, southern Jasper, southern Newton counties. That's where we think the best chance of shower and thunderstorm activity will be. We'll go with a 30% coverage of showers and thunderstorms. This is going to be during the afternoon. It'll take a while to destabilize the atmosphere, and so once we reach the convective temperature about 87, 88 tomorrow, showers and storms should ramp up and pop and develop. So we'll go with a 30% coverage under partly sunny skies in the lakes and also in the Triangle. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast, 20 to 30% coverage. It's tough to figure between a 20 to 30% coverage right on through Saturday. So highs will certainly be in the upper 80s to lower 90s, at least in the Triangle. So as you can see, rainfall, we should be picking up between 1/5 and 1/4 of an inch every day at this time of year. We don't get that through Saturday. Look at that. So that's what we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, 5 days. We should see closer to well over an inch, maybe an inch to an inch and inch and a fifth is what we're supposed to see during this time. So below normal rainfall expected through Saturday. But then as we head on into Sunday into Monday, things start picking up, and that's what we're expecting in the extended forecast. As that high shifts over towards the mid-Atlantic, we'll start to see more of a scattering, possibly numerous showers and storms. We'll go with a conservative 30 to 40% coverage at this time, but certainly could be a lot higher across the area. Otherwise, let me take a look one last time on radar in your weather headlines. Everything winding down, lower chances, hotter temperatures.